There is a self-sabotage trap that kills high performance. I'll be back in 20 seconds, gamers, to tell you what it is and how to make it work for you. So stick around. Okay, welcome gamers to training day 2 of our first season together here inside of the extraordinary game of entrepreneurship and how to play it. I've got Vivian with me today. My name is Chris All-in-White, of course. I am the game master, and my role in the game, as you know, is to disrupt your thinking so that we can empower you to live outside your phone booths to share your extraordinary with the world. Now, you may be wondering, if you're here with us for the first time, what the heck does living outside your phone booth have to do with anything? Well, just ask yourself this question. What would have happened had this guy behind me, Superman, never gotten out of the phone booth? I mean, what literally would have happened? And the answer is nothing would have happened, right? And that's exactly why living outside your phone booth every day is priority number 1. So if you're ready, gamers, I'm ready. Game on. All right, gamers, so today we're talking about the self-sabotage trap that kills extraordinary performance. Let me start off with this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your no muscle? Your N-O muscle on a scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate it? Okay, here's what you need to hear about the no muscle. Most entrepreneurs are emotionally confused around the value of saying no. But here's the big takeaway for today. A weak or lazy no muscle will dissipate, will weaken, will lessen, will render powerless what I'm calling your power vector. You know, in the military, I was in the Air Force, and a lot of times they would say to new second lieutenants, that guy's got all thrust and no vector, right? You need the vector because the vector is what's going to keep you on course from where you are now to where you're going. If you just got all thrust, you know, if you're just out there just grinding, just working hard, just saying yes to everything, just being in constant activity without a vector, hey, you're going to weaken your ability to create results in your business. You know, I love what Greg McKeown, author of Essentialism, says in his book, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less, and he represents it in this way. He represents it in the way of imagining, imagine a circle, and imagine a one vector shooting out of that circle. That's what you want. What most entrepreneurs are doing is, if you imagine that same circle and you've got vectors coming out at all angles around that circle, right? You're dissipating, you're rendering powerless your power vector. Okay, so here's the point. You must exercise, you must strengthen your no muscle to achieve extraordinary performance. This is a non-negotiable. You must exercise your no muscle, Vivian. Right? You must exercise it. It's a non-negotiable to extraordinary performance. Here's why. Okay? When you say yes to someone, what are you doing? When you say yes to someone, you're saying no to your playbook. Right? This is the playbook that we're using, that hopefully you have this filled out and dialed in and ready to go. This is our moment-by-moment, day-by-day playbook. So when you say yes to somebody, and that yes action is not part of the playbook that you've already developed for this 90-day season we're playing together, you're not going to achieve the extraordinary results that we're after. Okay, so remember, we're laser focused over the next 90 days, over the next now 89 days, we're laser focused on living in the now. We are living in the now, winning the day by winning each moment. Okay, so it's important to understand that every minute of your day counts. Okay, if you were to add up the minutes in your day, you'd come to realize you've got 1,440 minutes in your day. So here's what I want you to imagine. Hey, that's my playbook. I need that for my season. You want to hold on to it? Thank you. All right, so you got 1,440 minutes in your day. I want you to imagine you have this pot of gold sitting in your home office, okay? Imagine this pot of gold. In that pot of gold, hey, that's my microphone. I need that. In that pot of gold, when you go to bed at night are 1,440 gold coins, okay? When the next day starts, every time you say yes to something that was in your playbook, you are removing, that was not in your playbook, you're removing a gold coin from your pot, okay? Every time you say yes to something that's taking up time in your day, you are removing a gold coin from your playbook. For example, practical example here. Did you say yes to hitting the snooze button on your alarm? You know, in your playbook, you should have mapped out what your morning routine is. That should include what time you're getting up to start creating results in your day. So when it was time to wake up, when that alarm went off, did you say yes to the snooze button, right? The snooze button is not in your playbook. At least it shouldn't be. If you said yes to the snooze button, you just took gold coins out of your gold pot. Okay, we don't want to do that. So here's three. Let me give you three deadly consequences that will derail your season because of saying yes to people out of the fear of trying to please everyone, which is typically why we say yes to people, or saying yes to things because you're avoiding discomfort. You know, saying yes to things like hitting the snooze button, or saying yes to things like watching TV, for example, because you're trying to avoid discomfort. Okay, so deadly consequence number one, your stress is going to go up. Think about this. When you've got the playbook mapped out and you say yes to something, sorry, Viv, I'm sorry. When you say yes to something that's not in your playbook, your stress is going to go up and your work quality is going to go down. Why is your work quality going to go down? Because you're going to still try to get everything done, but you're going to be using up your energy with these other things you're saying yes to. That's going to increase your stress. And then when you try to go back and do the things in your playbook, your quality is going to go down. Okay, deadly consequence number two, you're going to end up majoring in the minors. You know, Jim Rohn says, a lot of people don't do well simply because they major in minor things. And that's what you'll be doing. When you say yes to anything, you are using up willpower. Okay? This is part of consequence number two. You end up majoring in the minors. When you say yes to anything, you're using up willpower. And you need that willpower to create extraordinary results. Don't you, Viv? Don't you? Okay, deadly consequence number three, you are devaluing yourself. This one's very important to consider. You're devaluing yourself. Okay? Remember, money doesn't lead, money follows value. You are developing into a person of value. When you say yes to everything people want you to do, you're devaluing yourself. Not only with those people, you're devaluing yourself with yourself. Why? Because you've made a commitment, at least I hope you have, to the playbook. So when you break commitment with your playbook, there's some psychological stuff going on that's causing you to devalue yourself. Hey, are you singing? Okay, so here's what you need to do. I want you to ask yourself these three questions before saying yes. Okay? Number one, does this yes align with my playbook? And does it move the ball down the field? Question number one. Number two, you got to ask yourself, do I want to say yes out of a place of fear? You know, like the fear of missing out, or a lot of times we say yes because we're fearful of disappointing people. Right? Or do I want to say yes because it increases my power in the game I'm playing? Okay, so there are going to be times when perhaps saying yes, when it's not in your playbook, is actually a good thing because it's increasing your power in the game you're playing. Just don't say yes out of a place of fear. Okay? I want you to really start to hold in high regard, hold with reverence the power of emotion. Okay? Fear and disappointment are disempowering emotions. If you are saying yes out of fear or out of not wanting to disappoint someone, that is a disempowering emotion. And remember, emotions are powerful. We've talked about the importance of emotions and feelings because they drive actions, and actions create results. Okay, so be a good steward of your power is the point. And then number three question, what do I have to say no to in my playbook if I say yes to this? That's a good accountability question. That's going to really put reality front and center. What do I have to say no to in my playbook if I say yes to this? Okay, remember, saying no to something in your playbook might be as simple as saying no to executing what's in your playbook at less than optimal levels. Okay, so for example, you might say yes to go out to see a movie with a friend, maybe an early evening movie, and thinking to yourself, well, I'll just do what's in my playbook when I get home. Okay, so just understand there's a consequence to that. Okay, you're still going to do it, just not as well. You're going to come home from the movie. It's going to be later. You're going to be performing at less than optimal levels of willpower, and it's just your performance is just not going to be what it could be if you stuck to the game plan, if you stuck to the playbook, right? It's just not going to be. Okay, so why do you need to do this? Why is saying no so important? As Greg McKeown points out in his book Essentialism, when you focus on essentials, it brings you space for yourself and space to help you find creative freedom. Okay, creativity is a very powerful thing that we have to use as entrepreneurs. Is creativity. Okay, so when you when you focus on just the essentials, what should be in your playbook, it's going to bring you more space for you. Right? It's going to bring you space that's going to help you find creative freedom. Now, what is creative freedom? What is it? What is it? What does creative freedom and focus provide you? Okay, more concentration, right? Willpower to focus on your playbook. What is it? What else does creative freedom provide you? More thorough planning, okay? Because you're not rushing. Why are you not rushing? Because you're on mission, okay? You're on mission, all right? You're on mission, okay? It also brings you more ability to anticipate roadblocks, right? You're not rushing again because you're on mission. More progress in removing obstacles. Creative freedom gives you the space to think through things that you're being confronted with, the challenges, right? So you can remove obstacles. Okay, the tasks in your playbook are simply the obstacles in your way of achieving your goals and realizing your vision. Okay, the last thing creative freedom does for you, more effectiveness in your work, right? So instead of getting a lot of things done, you're getting the right things done. Creative freedom is important. So remember, my friends, money's just an idea. And ideas come inside the space creative freedom provides. Okay, so here's the key takeaway. Hey, Viv, we're trying to close the show here. Okay, let's close it out. Here's the key takeaway. By saying no, by investing your gold coins into fewer things, you are getting more. Think about that. By saying no, you are getting more. You are getting a bigger return on your investment. So I want you to avoid the FOMO and the photo trap by saying no. FOMO, fear of missing out, and photo, the fear of disappointing another. It's a self-sabotage trap. Okay, so here's your action steps. I want to encourage you to wear a rubber band, or like I do here, a rubber bracelet around your wrist. Okay, so I've got this one here. Vivi likes to chew on it, don't you, Viv? Vivi likes to chew on it. There you go. So you wear this rubber band on your wrist, okay, and every time you say no, I want you to snap yourself as a way of training your no muscle and reminding you that you are in control of your power. My friend, do not ever give away control of your power. You're in control. And then I want you to, so that's action step number 1, the rubber bracelet. And then number 2, write in your playbook, say no to say yes. Say no to say yes. You're saying no to things outside of your playbook to say yes to your playbook so you can stay on mission. All right, my friends, it's day 2. We are running at full tilt right now. All systems go. Foot is all the way on the gas. All right. We are in the game. We are on the field. We are taking contact. This is a full contact sport. I want you to know I'm for you. I'm with you. Let's push. Let's hit some home runs this week. Let's get a really good, solid first week behind us in the season so that we can build from there. I'll be back with you tomorrow. I've got a very special guest tomorrow. We're doing a very special series, a 7-part mini series that starts tomorrow on how to optimize extraordinary performance as an entrepreneur. So make sure you're back here tomorrow. Go ahead and leave your comments below this video. Let me know your thoughts from today on the no muscle, and share this video with somebody who you think could really benefit from being aligned with us here inside of the extraordinary game of entrepreneurship and how to play it. My friends, my name is Chris White. I am the game master. This is Vivian. She is my partner in crime here. and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Say goodbye, Viv. Wave to everybody. Say goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the extraordinary game of entrepreneurship and how to play it. And remember, gamers, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So get out of your phone booth and go share your extraordinary with the world.